Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Legacy of the Rimlen. Unfortunately, we were back to monthly edition for the past few episodes, but we should hopefully return to at least a slightly more stable schedule, maybe, who knows, from November, potentially. Anyway, last time, a bunch of stuff happened, but before we get into that, as usual, I'll ask these players to introduce themselves and their characters. The dice have determined that we are to go in alphabetical order, as is oddly common, funnily enough. But yeah, that means Deli ought to go first, introduce themselves and their character. Could you please go ahead, Deli?
Absolutely. Hello everyone, I'm Deli. As usual, I'm playing as Muninn the Traveling Scholar, turned Oracle of Acesius. They recently did, I think it was since last episode, I've overhauled their character sheet since last time. I'm just going to quickly go over it, if that's cool.
Yeah, dear viewers, I forgot to update the display that you guys see. So Deli, feel free to reiterate those changes if you will. Sorry about that.
Sure. It's okay. I only just remember myself, to be honest. So the main things are a lot of the stunts have been. I'll just go through them. So my Muninn's quick approach was 5 and it's now 3 because it's been swapped with a sneaky approach. So quick is 3, sneaky is 5.
If you want, Deli, when you posted the character sheet, you also wrote what you changed, like a little change log, so that could help you in reminding yourself what's different. Yep.
Perfect. Thank you. So Quick Blade has been renamed to the Raven and adds +2 sneaky instead of quick. Quoth the Raven has been renamed to Deceiver. Deceiver now adds +2 sneaky attacks instead of quick. Silver Tongue was renamed to Quoth the Raven, so their names have been swapped, or not swapped. You know what I'm saying. And its description is shortened, but that doesn't change how its effect is used or whatever. And Divine Light has been renamed to Dark Omen and no longer uses Acesius' power to blind targets to strike through their defenses, but instead Muninn uses Deception to disorient targets, which can both less reliant on Acesius, but also means that Muninn can potentially use it in conversational combat as well, whereas the other one was pretty much only in combat, if you know what I'm saying.
Indeed.
But yeah.
Deli, throughout the session, because I again forgot to update your overlay, please feel free whenever you want to use a stunt to remind me of your basically your changes, so that I can take them into account. Also, Also made me realize I have not updated your in-game display, but I'll do that right away. No worries about that while the others introduce themselves. Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you very, very much, Deli. Then, according to the dice, we would have Izvir. Could you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Yeah, I'm Izvir. I usually play Miroslav Usnjar, who is used to be a slave, is now the carriage driver of Lady Ophelia, and probably the only one having a very, very nice and deep sleep right now. And the last sessions I played Kalika, the Dryad, who is now the companion of the Sphinx.
Yeah, indeed. Thank you very much, Izvir. And then, of course, we would have Show&Tell. Show&Tell, could you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Yes, hi, I'm Show&Tell, and I guess I'll be playing as Anghel as soon as we get back to him. I haven't played him in a while, so I don't remember what happened. I'm kidding. He was sleeping, and he was hungry, I guess. But I also played as the Sphinx in the last few sessions, and it was a lot of fun. She was very Ridley. Oh, we haven't discovered her name yet. I don't know if we're going to or not, but yeah.
feel free to reveal it if you will, like if we don't get the endgame chance. All right?
Sure.
Okay. Thank you very, very much, Show&Tell. So, last time, like we sort of alluded to, we continued with this like little clusterfuck that all of you see on screen. That was basically Akesius throwing a party to show off, hey, I got a new toy, everyone. And that toy was Muninn. But again, party was interrupted by a certain deity of chaos throwing a golden apple in the mix that made all the other gods argue over the apple. And, well, not all of them, but most of them. But before that happened, we had a brief interlude in the recent past with Muninn, who was going to ask for Ingenuity to send a few messages. Not sure if, well, I'm not going to mention the first two messages because Ingenuity said, nah, that's a bad idea. But Ingenuity did agree to send a message to Nyctelios herself on behalf of Muninn, in spite of all of Ingenuity's warnings, and in spite of the fact that it won't be necessary anymore. And he also agreed to send a message to Anghel and Miroslav that's basically Muninn telling them, if you need to, kill me, basically, as macabre as that sounds. Ingenuity also advised Muninn, hey, don't talk about other mythical creatures or deities' immutable natures, that's kind of intimate. And also, because of these messages, now Muninn owes a very, very large debt to Ingenuity that is now physically weighing down on them. By the way, as the timeline resumed, Muninn, the Sphinx, and Calica were delegated as arbiters to determine who ought to win the prize of the Golden Apple, and they decided that the best way to do so would be via riddles. Now, while the Sphinx and Calica were writing those riddles down, Muninn was approached by a certain sprite that dragged them away to have a conversation with Nyctelios herself, who revealed first off that, yeah, the Ingenuity will just waste his time, and like Muninn incurred a debt for nothing, but that's just more so her taunting Muninn, I guess, for lack of a better term. Then, Muninn basically asked Nyctelios to take them away from Akesius, sort of exchanging one master for another, and Nyctelios said that basically Muninn is not hers to take, but they are Akesius's to renounce, if that makes sense. And also that because Nyctelios made a deal long ago with, like, thousands of years ago with Akesius not to mess too much with Muninn, that means that the price for doing so would need to be very, very high. And Nyctelios basically told Muninn, look, me trying to take you away from Akesius would basically start like a divine war. So if I'm gonna do that, I want you to throw the entire world into turmoil, cause the like mortal world, cause that's only fair. And Muninn refused, for better or worse. Either way, Nyctelios, as she departed, first off asked Muninn to say hello to Anghel and to tell Miroslav that she will have business with him. And also to mask the fact that Muninn spoke with her from Akesius, she basically beat Muninn up to make it seem like they knocked themselves out by stumbling over a root to like explain their sudden absence. Anyway, Calica and the Sphinx soon found and woke up Muninn, and they proceeded to riddle the gods, which some gods did better than the others, some cheated more than others. But the sort of highlights of that were Dendritas talking creepily about Calica's regrets, and also later on during the like final awards process, asking Muninn two poignant questions that will make them, based on a compel, inquire further. The first question was, why would your father do that to your mother? And the second question was, do you truly think that is your mother? But anyway, discounting sort of the results of the riddle, because you guys announced publicly that, oh yeah, it was an all-round tie, even though it wasn't. You guys decided to, based on Anya versus suggestion, to basically ask for bribes. And Erisina, the eventual winner, promised a magnificent pelt that will awe everyone. I know in the episode she said a golden pelt, but I did not manage to find a good image of a golden pelt, so we'll just say pelt. I'm sorry about that. Plus, she promised a riddle companion for the Sphinx, as Show&Tell and Izvir detailed in the introduction portion. Dendritas simply promised truth to all three of them. Eurymedon promised basically, okay, I'm not gonna hurt Willa anymore. He promised Calica a magnificent stunt, and he promised the Sphinx a Nereid, which is basically a nymph of the sea that is also a fond fan of riddles. Meanwhile, Ingenuity promised all three of them indispensable knowledge of the future. But, as mentioned before, Erisina was the winner, for better or worse, and for more deservedly or less deservedly, as I guess one would term it, and promised to provide the cloak by noon. It's currently very early morning, the sun is just rising and it's summer, so it's, very early out. And I don't want to say offered, because Calica wasn't like a bound servant of Erisina, but I'll use offered for lack of a better term. Offered Calica over to the Sphinx to be the riddle companion. And we ended the session basically with Eurymedon marching up to Muninn's face and threatening them that they and their companions will never, TLDR, will never be safe on or around water. Which is a deadly threat to say the least. Now, as I go to resume put on the background music and hit the play button, metaphorically speaking, for our players, yes, as a sort of warm-up. I know two of you are not playing your typical characters, so I'm not going to ask about Anghel Miroslav yet. But I am, just sort of wondering, what's up with everyone? How are Muninn, the Sphinx, and Calica feeling at the moment?
Who wants to go first?
While you do that, I'll drink a little bit of water.
Okay.
Calica's quite happy with the turns of events, because she did enjoy thinking of the riddles of the Sphinx.
Yeah.
And yeah. So she's
Okay. I mean, that's great.
Yeah.
I feel this. Sorry, I feel the Sphinx is like. I guess she's happy overall, but I don't think she's showing it. I think she's kind of putting on a tough face or something.
Yeah.
I can see it.
I think Muninn is very confused and not looking forward to the future right now. Like, they've just been cursed, and it's looking bleak. But, as soon as they get out of this place, they're gonna investigate what Dendritas was talking about. Maybe not straight away, but they will venture to do it and write it in their book as per the compel. Because, it did sound cryptic. Obviously, Dely knows what he was talking about, but Muninn doesn't.
Right. The other deities, as like I've just sort of demonstrated on a map, have dispersed, for lack of a better term. Also to give you, all three of you, a proverbial breathing room. Now, above board, Dely, feel free to say at any point, hey, I'd like to leave now, and we'll begin the process of leaving. But also, this is your chance to, for lack of a better term, enjoy your moment of freedom-ish, let's say, and also talk to anyone else you might want to talk to. including, of course, the Sphinx and
Okay.
Calico.
Okay. I guess I would start off with the Sphinx and Calico. And Muninn would walk up to them and say, "What a perfect match," kind of half sarcastically, but also a little bit earnestly.
Yeah. I'll definitely get to see a lot new things.
Um,
And sure.
were you gonna
Sorry.
say something? Sorry, were you gonna say
I was
something?
gonna say something, but I got stuck. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. I guess so. Muninn would say, "That's really annoying because I had a theory as to the Sphinx's name and I've immediately forgotten it. Oh, can I roll a clever to like guess what I'm thinking in real life, or can I just say it?
Does
that make sense?
Depends. Like, I would only ask you to roll a clever if it's a reach for Muninn to achieve, to like get to that point. If it's, for lack of a better term, like a natural conclusion of their thoughts, I don't think that's necessary.
I don't think it's a reach because I don't know what it is in real life. Whereas,
I
like,
mean,
if I
Dely
knew,
has heard the same things that Muninn has heard during this interaction, I think.
right, exactly.
And Muninn
Wait, you said
is-
Dely has heard the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And Muninn is a clever person, so sure. Unless it involves real world outside knowledge, like I don't know, quoting Show&Tell's YouTube channel or something, then yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
No,
for
it
it.
doesn't. It doesn't. It's a direct quote that the Sphinx said a few times, so I don't think it's it. So Muninn looks at the Sphinx and asks, "Is it mystery?
What's a mystery?
Your name?"
Riddles are a mystery. My name, yes, it's a mystery. I've said it.
But your name is mystery.
No.
Okay, well, I was wrong. So what is your name? Are you going to tell me?
You were close, though.
Okay. Are you going to make me guess for the final time, or are you going to tell me?
I mean, I don't give away answers. Don't you know anything?
Well, I suppose it would remain. I suppose it would remain a mystery. And
Well, that will be
Maybe-
fitting.
yeah, maybe it's a mystery that this one, like looking to Calico, like this one can figure out.
Maybe. I've yet to determine how good of a companion she's going to be, but all right. Guess we'll have a lot of time to find that out.
I guess you can. Yeah. Whereas, so where do you think you two? Where do you think you'll go, both of you, after that? Giant cat got your turn. Muninn doesn't say that.
Above board sort of like hint, I guess, for Show&Tell and Izvir. I would suggest being like vague with your answers, because
Of course.
well, I don't just mean the Sphinx. I also TLDR, you might not your mythical creature forms might not be able to manifest everywhere in the world, at least not at the moment. So keep it vague, even if you're not like a creature that is predisposed to keeping things vague, if that makes sense.
Makes sense to me.
I think you'll find the answer when we meet again. Maybe.
How cryptic.
Yes, well, that's what I do.
Well, farewell. Until we meet again. and then like Muninn would nod to both of them, and I think that's it. Like I don't know if Muninn has anything else to say to them, unless obviously Calica says something or you say something.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I'm struggling.
Okay.
I don't have my riddles to go to.
Okay. I think it's time to call it a night for these two. I mean, again, feel free to stop me. I think Muninn would begin to walk away.
Sure, I will say, even though, like, for lack of a better term, this is kind of Muninn's party, Show&Tell and Izvir, feel free to, at any point, say, we'd like to have another scene for whatever reason, talking to whomever or each other, etc. Okay?
All right.
Awesome. So yeah, feel free to stop me if you would like to do that. But I'm just gonna...
Also, just in case, because this has happened before, so just in case, Izvir, are you aware that you're muted?
Oh.
Yes, I am aware because somebody came into my room.
No worries. It's just that it's happened before that you've said
no.
stuff that we didn't hear. So I'm just making sure.
No.
No worries.
It
no
just
worries,
has
no worries.
very good timing.
No worries. Okay.
Every time that I'm trying to talk.
Is there anything you wanted to say? What if you've got the chance now before Muninn goes, or
I think
to Muninn? I mean,
Calico would just like wish him the best and say like, yeah, maybe we'll meet again at some point, and then we can tell you some more riddles.
I can't wait.
You know it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, awesome. So, like I said, feel free to stop me if you two wanted to take over. But I was thinking about talking to her name's left my brain for some reason. Anya Veris. She had a really memorable name as well, and I forgot. So I was thinking about talking to Anya Veris.
You can click and drag your token if you wish.
Yes. But you two feel free to interrupt me if you want to do anything.
I think we're working on our riddles.
Okay.
Awesome.
In that case, I approach Anya Veris. Or Muninn does, anyway.
As she is looking away, she says, "Hello, Oracle." Once again, the smell giving you away.
Hello, Anya. I spoke to Ingenuity earlier, and he...
Is it something that I should hear? Given that I am the servant of Acacius.
Probably not the whole story then, but I was wondering, while I had... I spoke to... sorry, names. I spoke to Ingenuity about a few things, but like I said, I won't talk about it all to you. However, I did speak to her. I wanted to discuss something in particular with you. While I get my notes up. It was just a quick one, but I just wanted to get the name right.
If you have questions, feel free to ask me as well.
Yeah. The god of... I think his name's Adjasander.
That's the war god and the father of the Amazons and all that.
Oh, I thought that was... So who's the guy who died? Hang on, let me have a look. And Yalios is the war god.
No, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I confused them. Adjasander is the god of the underworld, and Yalios is the war god. My bad.
No, it's all good. Muninn, so Muninn says, I spoke to Engineer about a few things, but one in particular was Adjasander. You know, his immutable nature.
Why?
Is...
a piece of advice: don't become involved with him or his magic, unless you really need to.
I won't. Sorry.
It's the reason the Rimlen are here in this time.
Interesting, really. But wait, why? His magic's responsible for.
Partly,
I suppose.
Partly.
Yeah, I vaguely remember actually. Yeah.
Above board, this was never revealed in game. It was only revealed in extra material that, for the moment, only the players have access to, dear viewers. So feel free to play dumb, Muninn, if you want.
Sure. I thought Muninn would say. I thought the reason the Rimlen were here was because of Akesius.
In part, all those thousands of years ago, 1400-ish years ago, we were beset by enemies on all sides, and we were guided by someone I will not name to the place where you and your two friends found us. And I was made aware that that was a place, long abandoned by the time we got there, but it was a place where certain ancient auspices got very experimental with their spells and combined certain precepts of our mutual lord and of the god of the underworld. It was a reckless choice, but at the very least, my companion survived. It cost me my very soul. I'll be quite frank, but by that point, that didn't seem to matter as much.
Wow. I suppose that makes sense, considering I don't recall Akesius's power including life and death in that way.
True enough.
So I suppose
it was. I will say it did. This was a perversion of both the power of Akesius and of the power of Agisander. It is not something I ever recommend doing. For everyone involved sakes. Their sakes, your sake, the people you're trying to save's sake. I hope you understand.
I understand where you're coming from. To clarify, I don't have any intentions of communing with Agisander, at least not anymore.
He prefers his solitude, you know. Though I think I mentioned that already.
Yeah.
Well, no, not you. Scratch that last line. Ingenuity told that to you. She didn't, so scratch that last line.
Okay. So Muninn says, you mentioned before that you managed to save your companions, but if I remember correctly, above board, I remember you mentioning before the party began properly that there was one person that. Am I remembering that right? I'm pretty sure she mentioned that there was one person that she couldn't save or something. Am I right in thinking
you are
that?
remembering right.
Okay.
Above board.
So
this is
you
Teeironor saying it, not her.
Okay. So Muninn says, so you mentioned that there was one person you couldn't save.
She tenses up quite visibly.
Is that a story that you... Is that a story you'd want to share?
No.
It doesn't look like it.
It's
no.
a personal one. I suppose there's a chance it could help you, but as in I provide information for you, but it is not something I'm eager to share. She, like body language wise, she seems quite perturbed.
I won't.
You can tell that she's torn, as in, yeah, I'd like to help, but bringing that up is really painful, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, that does make sense. I won't press, but does it have anything to do with your aversion to the new faith at all?
Yes, very directly.
Then I won't press. I was just curious. However, the main reason I bring up Adjasander is I was speaking to Ingenuity earlier regarding Adjasander and the rigidity of life and death, and how we might fall outside of that, specifically you. But
the side that maybe Discord picked up or did not was from her, not from me.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear it, but that's good to know. Muninn says, however, the Ingenuity actually clarified that you might be immortal, but you're not immune to death.
True.
So while I have my free will, is death something that you crave is a strong word, but
every moment.
I feel like we may meet again.
But I know that you sort of misinterpreting, because I also misinterpreted what you meant, so she will also misinterpret what you meant, and say, but I doubt you'll be allowed to kill me here.
That is what I was implying. Above board. So Muninn would make a face to clarify, yes, that is what I was implying. So Muninn would say, I don't doubt that we'll meet again, so hopefully that's something I can help you with if I can help myself first.
It is all at the whim of our Lord and Master. I have long resigned myself to the fact that my hope will not be granted.
Well, time will only tell, I suppose. And I do have a few plans that are probably going to be fruitless, but are plans nonetheless.
She mutters the folly of youth.
I did have a question about board. I don't know how to answer it, so I'm just not going to do it because it's not an important one. I guess Muninn would say. So, speaking of which, you are 1,500 years old. How old were you?
I'll have you know, I am 1,428.
Okay.
She cracks a small smile, I'll say.
Yeah.
It does fade fairly quickly, though.
Muninn says you don't look a day over 1,400.
Quite the charmer, aren't you? Sorry that you're not. Never mind.
Sorry that. Oh, okay. I guess you. Never mind. Well, Muninn would say, how old were you when you used that magic? Because I'm curious.
36.
Okay. Thank you for answering so plainly, because that's probably a sensitive question, I guess.
I know a lot of people can be sensitive about that, but when you pass the century birthday, it sort of stops mattering.
I guess my actual I guess my question is, I think the reason why I'm asking you this is, so I suppose you've been around long enough to know the previous oracle before me.
Yes.
Did that oracle ever, like, how did they die? Assuming that they died. They could still be around.
There was a struggle between our Lord and someone I will not name. And our Lord in that struggle took over her body. By her, I mean the former oracle. In that struggle, my Lord in her body was hurting someone, and acting on instinct, said someone, well, decapitated the body of the oracle, which killed her.
God. I think Muninn looks a little bit uncomfortable because they think like God, like fucking hell, like I've been controlled like that many times, you know. So what's to stop Acacius from doing that to me?
Seeing your sort of concern, she says, well, your throat doesn't appear to be on fire yet.
Oh God.
You're not
I have felt the.
You're not burning hot to the touch yet. You still have all your teeth.
Oh, what a horrid fate. Hopefully one that I can sort of circumvent.
She was. I don't know if this makes it better. The two of us are very, at the moment at least, bitter. She long past that stage and was resigned at that point. I do not know if that makes it better or not, but at the very least, it wasn't as emotionally damaging in a way.
Fucking hell. Is there a this person that decapitated the oracle?
You have met her.
Is there a reason why you won't mention who they are? I've met her.
My Lady Aurelia.
Oh. Wow. I guess that makes sense. She was alive back then. I don't know why Muninn would say that, to be honest. But
anyway.
Muninn would say...
I will mention...
Oh, I guess Muninn more... Sorry.
I will say, again, it was not her first choice to kill the former Oracle. It was, from her point of view, a life and death situation.
So
she actually tried to bring out the old Oracle's humanity. She didn't really succeed. She was far too gone, the old Oracle, I mean.
So was it an act of defiance on
desperation?
So it wasn't desperation. Okay. So she's not... But have you known her to defy Acacius?
She was quite blasphemous, I'll have you know. But she also, unlike us, did not make the sort of bargains that we have made. Right. Keep in mind that humans, for all the bluster that these gods and creatures sputter, humans are born and by their very natures are free. The two of us have surrendered our freedoms.
What a mistake that was.
Quite.
But I suppose we both had our reasonings, some more noble than others, of course. Muninn, like, sort of
she tenses up again
to the fact that I can't think of anything else to ask her above board. So Muninn would say, obviously, if anyone else would like me to ask her something, I suppose feel free to ask through me. But if not, I think Muninn would nod very solemnly and say, we'll no doubt meet again.
If for
Hopefully
whatever
with better
reason
circumstances.
if for whatever reason you need my help or advice, you shouldn't have much difficulty in calling. We are servants of the same master, and well, Acacius does not doubt my loyalty. I don't know what he thinks about you though. So if you ever decide to beseech him, oh my lord, I need Anya Veris's help, if you manage to convince him, I don't see a reason why he wouldn't send me. Though, there probably will be assignments that I will be sent on that you and your companions will not like.
Like what? Because
I cannot
above
say.
board, I don't know what she... Okay, fair enough. Above board, I don't know what she means by that, but obviously...
As in, she basically saying it's possible that I may be forced to act against your and your friends' interests in the future.
Oh, okay. No, that makes sense. Muninn would say, let's hope it doesn't come to that, but I know...
Hope has long left my vocabulary.
I know we don't know each other that well, really, to be honest. But I won't take it personally, because I know if that does happen, because I know what it's like to be chained by the same master, I guess.
True, we don't know each other well at all, though we are probably the most closely connected mortals, let's say. The ones who would empathize the most with each other. I wish that weren't the case.
Yeah. Me too. Nothing personal, obviously.
Likewise.
Before I go, I can't remember if she's ever said this. Before I go, did you ever tell me where you were from originally? I mean,
she did, but I'm forgetting the name. It's a place. This is me speaking, not her.
Yeah.
That's far to the northwest. Still part of the Rimlen Empire in ancient times, but obviously, well, the Rimlen Empire is dead. But yeah, it's very far away from here. I forgot the name I used, so I'm not gonna try to make one up on the spot to not contradict myself.
Could it be? Was it near? Do you remember if it's near? Not Tivia, but Brightland.
Oh, much farther away than that.
Oh wow. Interesting.
I'll DM you for clarity's sake.
Yeah. I will. Okay, yeah. I'll read the thing, and then I think I'll leave Anya Veris be after that. Oh wow, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's quite far away. Yeah. So. She knows where Muninn is from, I think, doesn't she? She's mentioned that before.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
She has called you, I believe, Muninn of Brightland before.
Yeah. Okay, so Muninn would nod and say, until we meet again.
Until we meet again.
And then Muninn would walk away. I don't know if... Obviously, again, anyone feel free to stop me. I don't know if there's anyone I particularly want to speak to next or anything.
Well, you are compelled to seek out answers about what Dendritas said. That said, do you believe that he has answers, given that he, said what he said in a moment of... What did he call it? Blessed ecstasy?
Yeah. I don't... Without his boon that he was going to offer, I don't know if he's going to be able to give me what I want to know. Like if he gave me the boon, then that's a different story.
Hmm.
But I don't know if it's worth talking to him about what he said. However, I could probably chat him up a little bit and then see how that goes. But I feel like it would be a fleeting conversation, if that makes sense.
Sure. You approach him. He appears to be stumbling around. He like putting his hand over his forehead as if he's looking for something. Like, you know, like almost shielding yourself from the sun sort of thing.
Yeah. Could I look around myself to see if I see anything of note?
Yeah, give me a careful.
Before I even... Okay. Would I get a... Actually, let me look at my own thing, because I don't think I changed it mechanically. 3 to veil, +2 careful. Do I get a +2 careful in this one? With my eyeballs?
What? Oh, yeah, it would.
Okay, awesome. A 6.
You can tell that, at the very least, whatever he's looking for is probably nowhere near.
Okay. In that case, Muninn would say, have you lost something?
What? Where are you? I'm looking for a satyr whose dick points north. Have you seen him?
I think someone mentioned that he's dead.
What? How'd that happen?
Yeah.
I didn't kill him, did I?
I can't remember.
I think they said he did, right?
Yeah, but well, above board, a satyr told him, "Your lordship, you killed him." Basically, last session.
Oh, Muninn wouldn't say that though. I feel like telling him that he killed someone. I don't know. Anyway, like, so Muninn would say, "I'm not sure what happened to him."
Some oracle you are.
Speaking of Oracle, I have a. I suppose. Do you remember what you told me earlier?
About the satyr?
About my mother.
Oh yeah, I answered all 3 riddles. Yeah, was one about your mother?
No, but you did have a vial of wine when you mentioned her.
I always have wine with me.
I don't.
He reaches behind his back and pulls almost magically an amphora out of nowhere and begins drinking.
Muninn would watch him drink.
He downs the entire thing in one gulp. Not one gulp, but one going, I guess.
Yeah. Muninn would say, "Do you remember now?"
What? Who are you? Oh, where's the apple?
Okay.
Oh, come on, I know I won the riddle contest.
Muninn would point to Aracina and say, "She won the apple."
What? Why'd you give it to her?
I didn't. She won it.
Well, I'm
Fair and square.
confused. Whatever. If you need something, just give me the proper thing. Yeah.
Right. And above board, does Muninn know what that is? The sort of offering?
I have to look into my notes. I'm sorry.
That's okay. If not, I could always do a clever and see if Muninn would know that way.
Well, be careful because it's referencing your memory.
Yeah. Because, yeah. Could I make the connection of... I've just looked it up. It's a little bit meta. Could I make the connection of what it is based on... Because satyrs are his, right?
They are. Well, yeah. Kind of. Yeah. What was the thing? Because I'm looking for my notes and I can't find it at the moment. So maybe it's the same thing.
His preferred sacrifice. Are we talking about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've written it down as it's goats.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm an idiot. Yeah.
No, you're fine. But satyrs are like half goats, aren't they?
Yep.
So should I... Do you think I should do a clever to either make the connection or remember Or should I just
Careful,
ask him?
careful is remembering, clever is making the connection.
Okay. Could I could always just ask him, but could I do a +2? If I roll the clever, could I do a +2 with Oracle's Insight, which is overcoming a scenario that calls for insight, knowledge, or wisdom?
Yeah, sure. Works. Sure.
Okay. A 4. Wow.
Maybe goats, maybe sheep, maybe cows. You're not super sure.
Okay. Just to clarify, Muninn would ask, goats, sheep.
Oh, you have one?
Like-
Come on, give it up. Come on. All day.
Wait, which one? which one though? Muninn would ask.
Don't play dumb with me.
Okay. Well, cloven hooves. Okay, that's good to know. Well, it's good to meet you finally. I will probably see you again soon, maybe.
Did you know about the satyr whose dick points north, and now like his eyes turn all Rasputin like as he gazes deep into your soul and says, "Do you know what your father has in your family basement?"
What? No,
What?
tell me, please.
What were we talking
me.
about? Who are you?
Muninn very
Oh, God.
very frustratedly says, "The satyr whose dick points north."
Oh yeah, you found him. Where is he?
Like-
Missed the fellow.
He's gone
Haven't
north.
North. He like. I'm gonna roll a number.
Okay.
How does it
he-
always point north though? I really wonder.
It sounds painful.
Dendritas mentioned last session that he was cursed to have that happen. Anyway, yeah, that does sound painful.
Yes, but like how?
With that roll, he turns west and begins marching west.
Okay.
And
Muninn does make a
stumbles in
note,
this
though,
ruin and
of-
falls to the ground.
Awesome. I am just writing down what he said. Obviously, Muninn's making a mental note. I do apologize. Might have to BRB literally for 2 seconds
No worries. No
as
worries.
well, but I won't be. I won't be long, so I'll be 2 seconds.
Sure. No worries. Meanwhile, I'm curious about like Calica and the Sphinx. Obviously, if Izvir and Show&Tell. Well, I know Show&Tell is here. I know if Izvir is here
Yeah.
too. Hi.
Yeah.
We don't have to do this now necessarily, but would it be plausible for Calica to guess at the Sphinx's name, perhaps?
You would definitely be intrigued.
Just thought that was sort
Do
of
you have
like
a guess above board?
I don't have a guess. That's the thing.
If you want, because obviously, Calica is not a representation of Izvir, if that makes sense. So I can roll
Yeah.
like a clever I made up in my mind for Calica, and maybe based on the roll she might get it. What do you?
Yeah, sure.
Maybe.
Well, let's see.
Sure.
I'll give her a clever of 4. She's pretty clever.
Yay.
I think that's a pretty good roll. Is it perhaps a 6? Show&Tell you're the arbiter, of course. Do you think that's enough?
I mean, I was trying to find. Wait, to find a riddle that would have the answer, but well, that's a little bit too specific.
Oh, I just
Uh,
realized
I mean,
that semi-recently
okay.
that word became political. Semi-recently. I'll tell you after we finish recording how the answer just became political.
Oh no.
Oh, really?
Hmm?
I like. Sure. Okay. Sure.
Do you want to like DM Izvir the answer or say it out loud for the viewers or however you want to treat it?
I guess I'll DM it.
Okay.
And in character, would this be like the result of a riddle or just like typical sort of conversation?
I wanted it to be the result of a riddle, but I can't
Yeah.
come
Yeah,
up with
no,
anything.
It
Wait, let me.
it would definitely be in a riddle.
Hmm?
So Kalika probably like asked like, okay, but since we're gonna be like journeying together, or well,
How do
Playing
I
together,
DM
what-
you?
you click on my name and there should be a message at the bottom of the little card that opens up.
There isn't. Maybe because we're not friends.
I can message you. Can you message me now? I can also just like
No, I can see it now. Wait, I hope it works.
Yeah, I just realized I can also start the DM. Welcome back, Deli.
Welcome back.
ooh, wait, I think I have a riddle. Wait.
Ooh?
Ooh.
Okay.
Anyway. So, do you want to hear it first, or do you want me to send you the answer?
Say the riddle first, and you can send me the answer
I don't-
already.
wait,
I will not
I'm
look
not sure. Wait.
at it. I want to try and guess it myself, and if I can't guess it, I will look at the DM. I think that-
Wait, I don't think I understand the riddle. Myself.
Okay.
Whatever, I'll use it because I don't know what else to use.
Okay.
Well, for the viewers at least, do
Whatever.
you want to say the riddle out loud?
Sure, sorry. I'm just really confused. Okay. I am a riddle wrapped in a mystery inside of me. What am I?
A riddle wrapped up in a mystery.
I can send you the riddle so you can look at it. Maybe it will help. I
Yeah.
don't know. I didn't get it.
I'm also not sure.
Oh. So stupid. I just sent you the answer. Never mind. Did you see
Oh
it?
my gosh.
No, I didn't click on it.
Okay, wait a second. I just delete it. But I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's...
I mean, I did want like the answer. So if I can't guess it, that Kalika can still guess it. But I don't think I can.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't get it.
I would not be able to get it, I'll be honest.
Yeah, me neither.
A riddle wrapped in a mystery.
Oh, it's possibly political. I don't know.
No,
possible-
don't
I
worry
don't know.
about it. Don't
Can
worry
you
about
can
it.
you send me the answer as well?
Sure. If you can figure it out.
Oh. Okay. Okay, no, I don't understand how you would get there, but
Yeah, I don't get it either.
that's an enigma. So your name is Enigma?
Very well played.
Yippee!
But don't tell anyone.
I won't. No worries.
I was
Nice.
very close.
Yeah, exactly. I said you were close.
Yeah.
I thought about, going a riddle with like a synonym and then whatever. It was too complicated at some point. So.
I do think the way like you phrased it initially, Show&Tell, of it's a mystery. I thought that was pretty witty. I'll be honest, because I knew the name before.
I thought so too, but nobody got it. I mean, Muninn almost got it, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, it was very well played.
Yeah.
And they lived happily ever after. I don't know. I'm joking.
Yeah. Hopefully, I don't know. Until Kalika, wanted to explore some other new things.
Ouch.
Got tired of it.
Nah, I think Kalika would have fun. Just journeying with the Sphinx, I guess, and riddling people.
Sure.
Perhaps. Deli, you have returned, so feel free to resume the Muninn situation. Though, of course, Izvir and Show&Tell, if you want to continue, if there's anything else, feel free to. I don't want to interrupt you.
No.
I don't think so. I mean, what comes after Happily Ever After? That's where the story ends.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we meet Muninn again at some point, but I think for now...
That's a sequel already.
Yeah, exactly. That's in like a few years when the next week has passed.
Ouch.
Yeah.
No, that's calling us out.
It is what it is.
Speaking of which, I've not. I think I'm in the same boat as before. Oh, I do have one more thing to ask engineering, and then I'm going. I think that's one. Because I was going to ask you, Teeironor, but then in the end I was like, oh well, it's not that big of a deal. But then I guess it could be interesting. So before Muninn scarpers off, they approach very cautiously because of who they're passing to get there.
Give me a
Ingenuity.
sneaky, because he might throw something at you.
Oh, okay. No, okay, my stunts don't apply. So a 4. Oh, do my stats have been updated?
I have updated
Yeah,
them.
okay, yeah.
I have updated
Okay,
them.
awesome. A 4.
He would only notice you after you, after you move beyond this point, if that makes sense.
Okay, so it's too late for him.
He throws a cup at you, just as you approach Ingenuity.
Does it hit, or can I try and?
Give me a
dodge
quick.
it?
Give me a quick, because it's half-hearted.
Okay.
It does hit.
Okay.
Smacks in the
Ouch!
head.
Fuck. Muninn would turn around. If it didn't bowl them over, Muninn would turn around to be like, and like curse under their breath, but try not. But honestly, well, I was gonna say, but not push their luck. They're already cursed by Euromedon. What could possibly be worse than that?
Quite a few things.
Do you want to get bitten after all?
I'll leave it. But
Good choice.
scratching their head or like, yeah, nursing their head or whatever. Muninn would ask engineering. So there's no. So our bargain's still on, then, like asking.
Both, yes. As soon as the party's over, I'll depart to do what I've been asked to. Actually, all 3 bargains, come to think of it.
It's 3. What was the third one?
Well, it's the one about deceiving the soldiers, the one about informing Anghel and Miroslav, and the one about talking to Nictelios.
Yeah, deceiving the soldiers is the one that I forgot about. Okay, awesome. So Muninn would ask. So there's no way you're gonna tell me what you offered before as a boon. There's no way that you're gonna give that to me now, is it?
Well, the price is right.
How much are we talking? I don't know.
Double your current accumulated debt, aka like around 40 jars of honey. And no, I will not accept any more of your soul as collateral. You quite frankly don't have much left to offer.
Fine. Well, I just have one request if that doesn't, not in regards to what you just said, but as long as it doesn't accumulate more debt, I do have one more request regarding...
Quite bold, aren't you? Alright, let's hear it.
The message to Anghel, am I allowed... Can I ask that you clarify to him that he is not to make it obvious. How do I put it? So when he receives the message, can you tell him not to tell me outright, but to give me a code? Like a code phrase or like hand gesture so that I know that he's got the message, but not so that he can say it out loud and then unwanted ears can listen.
Can I ask above board?
What's up?
Acacius understands the sign language? Probably.
He understands quite a lot of things.
But he wouldn't, or am I mistaken? He wouldn't understand a random hand gesture that is not linked to anything.
Yeah, but would you understand a random hand gesture?
I suppose I would. That's a good point. And then Acacius would understand because I understand. I assume. So maybe never mind. Would Muninn come to that conclusion as well? Just thinking out loud kind of thing, like,
Sure. Fair.
Okay. Sure. Actually, never mind, Muninn would say. Would...
If Muninn understood that Anghel received the message, that's what Muninn wants to know?
I think Muninn wants to make it so that Anghel doesn't say the message to Muninn, because if Muninn knows the message, then Acacius could find out somehow. So I think
Anghel wouldn't say anything.
Well, depends on the manner of delivery of the message.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I guess Muninn would ask, the method of delivery of the message to Anghel, can you make it as covert as possible?
Would I on doing so regardless, but still, yes.
Okay, and can you clarify to Anghel not to tell me when he's received the message?
That is a different message entirely.
Okay.
Wait, what do you mean?
That's it.
I suppose it would be, wouldn't it? I suppose it is technically more, isn't it? It's like it's separate.
This is Ingenuity talking to Muninn, not me, the DM, talking to the two of you.
No, I know. So what would the extra charge be for that?
The same as the first one, aka a jar of honey. Or a portion of your soul, of course. Not that there's much left to give.
I suppose a jar of honey isn't that bad, considering it could spell the difference between a foiled plan versus a not foiled plan. So I suppose add it to my bill.
And
if you would.
I am willing. Are you?
Muninn nods.
And as soon as you nod, you feel the weight and the lacking, for lack of a better term, that you have been feeling so far increase sort of exponentially. Now again, a jar of honey is not like an individual jar. It's not much more in terms of like what you already owe. But it's almost like a straw that breaks the camel's back in a way. Like it really makes you understand I'm in deep.
Fuck.
And again, in terms of physical sensation, it feels, again, this sensation that you're missing something that you can't place, but also you feel burdened. You feel uncomfortable in your own skin. And you know that the way to resolve it is to like pay the proper sacrifices to resolve this debt. Your soul is only being held as a collateral at the moment, so you can get it back. But it's still incredibly unpleasant.
Okay. I think Muninn would. This would be obvious if you were to look at Muninn, that they just look like something's wrong. And they might even like pull out their spear and use it as like a cane almost. Well, not a cane, but you know what I'm saying, like a staff, like a walking staff almost. To be like, oh my god, to like try and lift the burden from themselves. But obviously, I assume it doesn't work because obviously it's not a physical weight. So they're like, oh, but they do it anyway, kind of thing. And Muninn would nod and say, thank you for what it's worth.
Raises an eyebrow.
You
almost as if that's not the words he expected to hear out of your mouth.
Yeah. I think Muninn looks really desperate right now, which is why they say thank you, because this could mean... Obviously, they don't say this, but this could mean the difference between being a slave forever versus perhaps not. And the answer could or could not mean death, which is still, to them, some kind of freedom. Anyway, they turn around, and if Ingenuity doesn't say anything else, Muninn would turn around.
I will say above board, you feel... You're basically very near your limit of how much of your soul you can give without taking back, if that makes sense. You feel like the idea of making more deals, of casting more spells without paying back what you already have, just fills you with instinctual, existential dread, if that makes sense. It is like even the idea of, oh, I'll be enslaved to a kiss forever or whatever, even that pales in comparison to the dread you feel at the idea of, oh, I have to like give more of a down payment, if that makes sense.
That does make sense and is very interesting.
I
wonder if this is how... Sorry.
I would say it's almost worse than like facing imminent death and panicking, if like in that moment. Because this feels not just that, oh, I'm in danger, but that part of me is gone and I cannot find it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like worse than... What is it? Impending doom is like an actual term that is used in medicine.
Yeah, but sure.
To describe... Yeah. But yeah, something worse than impending doom.
Now, obviously, if absolutely necessary, you sort of think, oh yeah, maybe one or two more spells, but afterwards, no, you'd be done.
Okay, that's good to know. I need to pay back my debt, sharpish.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's probably the second thing I'm gonna do when I leave this place, because the first thing would be the compel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome. It's been a lot of fun, and without knowing where else or what else or who else to speak to, I think Muninn would begin to leave, like to make their leave, you know.
Sure.
This
is
feel
more.
like
I would say this is more above board because obviously you are brought to this party, so you don't know when you're supposed to leave. This is more so Dely deciding, okay, let's move on from this scene, rather than Muninn's choice, if that makes sense.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. Then, as after you finish your conversation and double over, you hear the voice of Akessis in your mind say, "Come here, little oracle."
Muninn would, of course, obey, and try and keep away from this guy as much as possible, but they would obey.
He just glares at you. Yeah, you approach Akessis, and he has in his hands a piece of pure white cloth, and he hands it over to you. It appears to be like there's something in said cloth, and he hands it over to you and says, "From my dear sister, use this as on the foundation for when you decide to build your temple."
Am I allowed to? Muninn would look to it and sort of.
You feel no restriction on your ability to look at it, if that makes sense.
Okay. Wait, so you said there's something in the cloth?
Yes.
Okay. Muninn would go to unveil the cloth to see what it is.
It is a pair of goat horns.
Interesting.
And
Muninn would ask. Sorry.
Says, "Do not lose them." As I said, use them as the foundation for when you decide to build your temple. There will be no replacements, and the punishment for losing them will be far more severe than you can imagine.
Can I ask? Muninn would ask. May I ask the significance of them? Why goat horns?
No. He looks frustrated and says, "Do you not even know your histories?"
I guess not. Would I... Sorry, go on.
Feel free to give me careful to reference your memory, but it's super niche information, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't think... Yeah, I definitely won't get it then.
Once again, place them at the foundation for when you decide to build your temple. You are aware the ways that what he means by your temple is basically the oracle is not supposed to be mobile, not usually anyway. So that's the place from where you will dispense prophecies and preach until the end of time.
Muninn would wrap it up and wrap it back up. And I don't think I've got pockets, and maybe that would be.
You do have that small bag that you got your honey with, if you remember.
Well, yeah, thank you for reminding me. Yeah, Muninn would put the horns in there because that seems the safest option. And Muninn would nod. Muninn would nod, but they wouldn't say "I will do this." They would just nod.
Do you understand me? And do you understand what will happen if you lose them?
Muninn would nod and say, I understand.
Good. Well, the reveal I had planned in mind was spoiled thanks to my idiot brother and my you-know-who. I hope you enjoyed the party at least, little oracle. It was in your honor. Well, my honor, but same thing.
Of course. Muninn would say kind of a little bit, not sarcastically, what's the word? Bitterly, and say, speaking of your brother, Dendrites is his brother, isn't it? That's who he's talking about.
That's who he's referring to, yes.
Yeah. Speaking of your brother, he mentioned something about my family. Did you hear what he said?
I was there.
Do you know what he was referring to?
Yes.
Will you tell me?
Why?
Because I feel, as the Oracle who knows all, to not know my own history would be a bit strange, don't you think?
Your own history begins from the moment you accepted the deal of becoming the Oracle. There's no before that. If that information is relevant in whatever way, then well, perhaps we will discuss it once again. But again, dear Oracle, there is no before you were mine. Everything that was Muninn of Brightland before is, well, irrelevant. From then, and until the end of time, you are mine. And you would do best to remember that.
Until the end of time, then.
Nods.
Yeah, Muninn would continue to sort of rest their weight. This whole time they've been scowling, if that makes any difference, by the way. Because I just realized that I was scowling. Like playing them, I guess. Does that make a difference to...
Yeah, you slightly annoy Cassius, who says, and stand upright. An Oracle ought to have some dignity. And you feel compelled to stand upright and not support yourself on the spear of the core band.
Okay. Muninn would do that. And they would just be holding it rather than leaning on it.
Again, you are physically
even though it's really difficult.
Yeah, you're physically capable of doing so. It's just that leaning on it feels more comfortable because it's like natural to lean on something when you feel weak, if that makes sense. But you are physically capable of standing upright.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
So
Muninn would say...
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, what were you gonna say? Because mine is a little bit more...
He will basically notice
your
spiritual, I guess, for lack of a better term, weakness, and say, and be sure to pay your debts sooner rather than later. All your debts.
Of course.
Don't get it twisted. I can make use of your empty, soulless husk and have you watch in torment for all eternity as your body's paraded around. But that wouldn't be very inspirational, would it?
Suppose it wouldn't. So I will pay my debts shortly.
Good. Make sure that you do.
So Muninn would ask, so am I free to leave?
Well, it looks like the party's winding down a little. The refreshments have all been consumed. The main event was spoiled. We might have to try this again, this reveal again at some point. He ponders.
I see. Well, until then, I suppose.
Oh, one other thing. Just to make it clear, Eurymedon's enmity towards you is not an enmity I share towards him. Are we understood?
I don't know what enmity means, so
it
I'm not
means
understood about
it means being an enemy. So basically he's saying, yeah, sure, Eurymedon hates you, but I don't have any beef with Eurymedon because he hates you.
Sure. Muninn would say I wouldn't expect any less.
Good. And you've been uncharacteristically dour for the past day or so. Go on, write me a poem.
Muninn would have a poem in mind, but they would say any requests.
Art is best expressed when it is free to gain its inspiration from whichever source it deems fit. Do you not agree? Of course, I could commission you, but that is not the main point. Remember, my dear Oracle, that I am also the deity of artistry, and thus you are also a representation of artistry. You ought to be capable of providing entertainment. Well, art is not just entertainment, of providing art by yourself.
Of course. In that case, in an uncharacteristically kind of earnestness towards Cassius, Muninn would say, I did have something in mind.
Go ahead.
So, as soon as I'm back, I suppose I'll begin writing. It's not something I do often, but there's a first for everything.
I should warn you.
Writing poems.
I should warn you, though art ought to be free, there are still certain subject matters that ought not to be discussed. For instance, he gives you what appears to be a small leather pouch, about the size of your current one. Feel free to consider that a gift. I made it out of the last person that offended me.
Oh. So Muninn would look to it and, yeah, it's like made of human skin.
Give me a careful to analyze it.
I suppose it would be hard to tell, but that was my first assumption. A 5 or a 7.
Not human. It appears to be the skin, because it's kind of furry, and you feel oh, what sort of fur is this? And it's obviously a sentient, mythical creature, not an actual animal. You believe it's probably a satyr.
Oh, interesting. I wonder who would have done that. Or who would have offended him in that way, if it was anyway, you know what I mean. Muninn would nod.
It is an oddly hairy pouch, yes.
Yeah. Muninn would nod as oh, thank you. But obviously, because Muninn, being Muninn, they'd be like, thanks, you know.
He'll smack you for your tone.
Ouch. Muninn would nurse their head and say, I will.
Worse than the physical impact, it does appear that the spot that he hurt you on is unbearably hot for a few seconds.
Oh, ouch.
What's your tone? I can do far worse to you. Now, he suddenly puts on a smile and says, do remember, in spite of all that we've talked about, that our domain is a joyous one of artistry and, well, spreading joy around the world. So, of course, you are and forever will be my slave, but take some enjoyment from it. It won't hurt you.
That's Muninn's reply. They would go,
He'll smack you
Sure.
again.
Ugh. Muninn would grit their teeth and say, yes.
Smile.
Muninn would smile, but obviously not earnestly.
Smile.
Muninn would smile slightly convincingly, as in they would try to be convincing.
Give me a flashy, I guess.
Oh, my life. Okay. 0.
He kicks you in the groin.
Ugh.
It also feels unbearably hot for a few seconds.
Oh my god. Muninn would
And then
probably
he
double.
picks you up with one hand to get you to stand up and says,
Yeah.
smile.
Again, Muninn would try to smile earnestly.
Give me another flash, I guess.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
The thing is, they wouldn't... Ah!
Oh, what were you going to say?
I was going to say they wouldn't be earnest is the thing.
Well, of course not,
So-
but...
Yeah.
I'm asking you to roll flashy instead of sneaky because you're being magically compelled to smile, not because you can mask it, if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
At your insincerity, he drops you and kicks you in the face. Once again,
Oh,
unbearably hot.
ow. Muninn would cover their face, yeah. To be like, and like almost like, what is it? Fetal position. They'd lay in the fetal position, covering their face, like in pain.
Get up.
They would try to do so. Obviously, like even if he's not compelling Muninn, like they would still try and do so as if they're being compelled.
And he says, perhaps in time you'll learn to smile. Now go on. You're free to leave.
Muninn would say, "Thank you," and they would, I guess, they would walk towards the swan. As in, they're not sure. I feel like I'm pretty confident that's how I'm gonna leave this place, but they're not sure. But they will start to walk away.
Akesis has turned away and is currently sipping on a drink.
Okay. Muninn would look to Akesius.
He seems to be
And-
not paying attention to you.
Yeah. Muninn would think to curse him, but obviously would think would think twice, basically, and just walk away. Like, very dog with its tail between its legs, kind of walk away.
I guess for the sake of it, you'll be briefly stopped by Anya Vers, who hands you something and then walks away just as quickly.
Probably very wisely, Muninn would quickly put the thing that she handed them.
It is also wrapped in a small cloth, though it is smaller than the goat horns.
Okay. Yeah, Muninn would, like curiosity killed the cat. Like Muninn would, overtake their curiosity, I think is the phrase, and put
Overcome,
it
I think.
straight in there. Yeah, they would put it just straight without even looking at it. They would put it straight in their bag. Because they're going to try and look at it later, I think.
Sure.
But then they think, oh, I might not have a chance to look at it later. So they don't look at it as Anyaveris gives it to them, but they go up to the swan.
The attendants give you a wide berth as you approach, and one of them says, "What hole did you get out of?"
Muninn would say, "Step aside for the Oracle of Cassius."
The what?
Like very.
The what? Says the one person who addressed you, but another attendant, recognizing what that title means, drags him away.
Okay, hell yeah.
The swan bristles, stiffens up at your approach. It appears visibly uncomfortable around you, but allows you to approach. Probably compelled to do so.
I think I'm going to go around the side of it as if to mount it. And then... Can I look around to make sure that no one is looking?
You be careful.
Okay. Not very good. A 3, if you count that. As in, stunt-wise.
Oh, because it involves your eyes.
Yeah.
I will message you someone that is looking in your direction. I have to message you because it's sort of NSFW.
Okay.
I will say not because of you. You just so happen to be there.
Okay. Awesome.
For anyone curious, it involves the satyr, so feel free to fill in the gaps yourselves.
Yeah. Okay, Muninn would say, like, Muninn would be like, okay, like, that's pretty fucked, but I'm not gonna not look at the thing that Anya Veris gave me. I feel like it's safe to do so. I think Muninn would look away from the You revealed it was a satyr, obviously, didn't you?
Mhm, yeah.
Muninn would turn their back to the satyr and then, like, hold the thing close to their body to, like, open it so that it's to try and, like, hide it before they open it.
For the sake of it, give me a sneaky.
Sure. Yeah, sure. Where's sneaky? Oh, there it is. A 4.
You believe you are unnoticed as... Sorry, you look to see what you received. You can immediately tell it's something pretty simple, healing ointment.
Oh, okay, that's nice of her. Thank you, Anya. Yeah, Muninn would put the ointment in their bag, assuming that it's just for them, but then they might think for a second, is this for me or is this for something else?
Give me a clever.
Yeah. Do I get +2 with this?
No.
Inside knowledge or... Sure.
Maybe, yeah. Let's say, sure.
Okay. A 5 or a 7?
It's almost certainly because you just got beaten up.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine with me. I was just thought I'd make sure just in case.
Sure.
So, yeah, Muninn would zip their bag up and then attempt to get on the swan.
It freezes. It really does not want you to ride it, but it has no choice in the matter.
Okay.
It gags once you get on.
Yeah. Poor thing. Muninn would, like, hold on and brace.
And the swan knows where to take you and will promptly depart. Now, of course, you know sort of the familiar route that the swan will take you as it flies back towards Zamfir's estate. Any questions about, like, the lands that you're flying over, etc.? Well, actually, first, give me... Well, how do you, for lack of a better term, hang on for dear life?
I would probably... there's no clever. I don't mean that literally. I don't mean that in an approach way. I just mean there's no better way to put it other than Muninn does try to get in the middle of the swan, so their center of gravity is in the middle or whatever, and just hold on, like tight grip.
Okay, yeah, well, I can see a clever then because of the first thing you said at least.
Okay. A 4.
You're good. I'll roll for the swan to see if it can stomach flying you. Can. All right. No longer loses the contents of its bowels. So once again, the previous question that I asked, is there, as you're flying over all these semi-familiar lands, any questions about what you see, what you look at, etc.?
I'm just looking at the map. I don't think there's anything in particular. Deer's Monastery. And
it's the place you burned down.
Okay, that answers my question. Wood Solitude Monastery. That's where we were, isn't it?
Correct.
Okay. I think I'm good then, to be honest. Oaks. That looks like a monastery in Oaks, doesn't it?
Oh, no, that's just a village. That's just a village.
That's just a village. I am rapid firing, I feel, so bear with me. But I'm literally just looking as we speak through the map.
Can I get a careful as you look in that direction?
Yes. A 2 or a 4?
It is a 4. You think you spot the beginnings of a fire there. And
in Oaks, you said?
Yeah, in Oaks. And you see what you believe to be some otherworldly creatures there, though obviously you're flying high, flying fast. It's hard to tell what might be there.
Okay, that's disconcerting. Okay, that makes sense. Is there anything cool in Swallow?
Sallow, but
Hello.
it's currently still like very early morning, so usually people will not be up and about and awake. So you see no noticeable activity.
Okay. Unless, in that case, I know it's a bit of a cop-out answer, but unless there's something that appears through otherworldly sight rather than normal sight, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how
Well, you see otherworldly essence, for lack of a better term, everywhere in River Tree, the town that got burned down by the dragon.
okay.
You do also see something otherworldly in the nearby hills that you kind of know what it might be, because, you know, the evil fairy was trying to lure you there. And you spot... give me a careful to see if you spot something else. Your stunt will apply.
Okay.
You do not. Not quite good enough. This is strictly in terms of like otherworldly creatures or whatever.
Sure. Okay. In that case, I think Muninn for the rest of the journey would, like I said, tail between their legs, holding on for dear life, weighing, having the weight of the burden or on their shoulders, like just bury their face in the swan.
Understandable.
You know.
Very, very understandable. Fun little side arc, everyone, I guess.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun, to be fair.
Totally.
Yeah, welcome back, Show&Tell, as well. Now, as Muninn travels, let's visit Anghel and Miroslav for a little bit. I think that would be most fair. Now, my question for Anghel and Miroslav, first and foremost, what are you guys like, sort of dreaming about? Let's say, what's on your proverbial minds?
Angel's dreaming about a steak. No, I'm kidding. Do they? I don't know whatever they had for dinner.
Oh yeah, exquisite rich people stuff that you're not even sure what all of it tastes like.
Yes.
Miroslav dreams of his mother, and yeah, just very, very nice dreams.
Very good, very good. Now, as Anghel, as your... I don't even know if your dream self would be enjoying those meals because you don't know what they taste like. Or maybe you're just staring at them in a panic. I don't know. But while Anghel, you stare, you begin to hear out the window what sounds like a familiar cry of like a small child. Meanwhile, Miroslav, feel free to ask any questions.
A familiar cry of a small child.
Feel free to...
Okay. Familiar to Angel? Like
that's...
I mean, obviously...
That's the sort of feeling that Anghel feels like, sort of, wait, I've heard this before.
Okay.
Feel free to give me a careful to expound on that, but before I explain it after the roll, Miroslav, as you are enjoying the company of your mother, I'm trying to be sort of as unspoilery with your backstory as possible, if that makes sense. You hear the voice of also a familiar voice of an old friend that sounds panicked, that is coming, let's say, from outside. Let's say you are inside your dwelling.
I think Miroslav would like get up and like run towards the door.
You run towards the door, and it appears the door is locked. Now I'm gonna intercut a little bit in between Miroslav and Anghel. So Anghel, with a careful roll, I can tell you you're not immediately able to place it, but it feels very familiar, as if it's something that happened long ago, that like happened to you, or like that involved you long ago.
Okay.
It's coming from outside.
From outside. All right. I guess I wasn't clear on where Anghel was, but I guess maybe he's imagining that he's in the kitchen or something. Not the kitchen, the dining hall.
Yeah, I was sort of imagining that, but if you have something else in mind, feel free to contradict that.
Sure. So I guess he reluctantly steps away from the food, glances back.
The cry gets louder and more insistent. Go ahead.
So he opens the door, I guess. I don't know where he is. I don't know what he's outside, but I guess you can tell me.
The door is also locked. Now, from both of your perspectives, because basically the same thing will happen, though obviously you're at different places. From both of you, almost from behind you, you hear the cry of a raven. And this dark raven approaches you and tries to sit on your respective shoulders. So on
From behind, you said?
Yeah.
Like if they're if Angel's facing the door?
From the room, it would be then.
Okay. Okay, interesting.
Miroslav would like turn as soon as he hears the raven. He would like turn around and look to his mother, since she was in the room.
Your mother gives you almost a nod, like yes, you can go. And when your attention is grabbed by the raven that you see approaching you, she gives I guess both of you a smile.
Okay. So Miroslav would be very confused, but would let the raven like land on his shoulder, trusting that, like just trusting his mother's instincts on that.
Okay. I guess Anghel would be on his guard. Or something. I don't know if you will let the raven sit on his shoulder.
It circles you a little bit. I will say, for both of you, you don't have to like commit to this feeling, but your first instinct, so to say, upon seeing this raven is feeling a bit of a sense of ease or comfort. A little bit, at least.
Ease and okay, interesting.
Okay.
So
Can I get also carefuls from both of you to see if you notice something about the raven?
Yes.
Anghel will.
Careful there.
Miroslav will not. Okay. But Anghel, you will notice that its eyes are glowing, the raven's eyes. Almost like someone you know.
Oh god. White?
Glowing white, yes.
Glowing white or
Glowing white. Almost like someone you know.
Interesting.
and it brings us comfort?
A bit of a reassurance or certainty. Well, at least that's sort of the immediate feeling that you feel. Your thoughts are your own. But the immediate feeling that you get is, oh, I should trust this. You can go against it, but that's sort of the like first instinct that pops into mind.
So I feel like that by instinct then Anghel would kind of, I guess, raise his hand or something to let the raven land. But then I don't know. At least he will be confused about it. He will be like, I guess, struggling with himself.
And after both of you let it land, the raven reaches down with its beak, and you're not sure what it does, but the door now appears to be unlocked.
Okay.
Miroslav would, as soon as he realizes that the door is open, run outside, scanning the area for his friend.
Does Anghel do something similar, or?
I guess, but he's like not super like thrilled about it. I mean, he's like hesitating. He's like opening the door and kind of maybe glancing outside before he walks out. What does he see outside?
For Miroslav, you see a familiar place that you, in your heart of hearts, hope to never see again. The courtyard of what I will only call the owner's estate. And you hear, how should I best word this? A very aggressive voice that you know whom it belongs to, coming from, you believe to be the nearby forest. For Anghel, you're in a place that you only perhaps now sort of realize that you have begun to miss: the hills near your home village. As
Oh wow.
you hear again this insistent cry from the nearby forest as well.
Okay, so as soon as Anghel, like, because he didn't quite cross the threshold, but as soon as he sees that, I guess he does. And when did you say the cry was coming from?
The forest. The dark raven sort of begins flying from having rested on your shoulders and circles around both of you. Well, you know what I mean. And like urges you with its head, almost like nudges you, follow me, as it begins to lead the way into the forest.
Wait, the voice in the forest that I hear is still the friend's voice, or
It is. I'll clarify. Izvir, I'll message you in private because I don't want to
yeah.
spoil what it means.
I have a guess, but I wasn't sure for a second, because at first I only heard the friend's voice.
The true owner,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I hear both of them still, or only
At the moment,
the angry one?
the angry one first and foremost.
Okay. Miroslav would be both like torn between wanting to run to help, but also not wanting to go anywhere near the angry person.
You hear the sound of a loud smack and your friend yelling in pain. The raven once again
He would
circles
run.
you. Yeah, the raven once again circles you and urges you to follow.
Yeah. At that, he would like get over his being torn and actually run.
What about Anghel?
Anghel is like following into the forest, but he has like this feeling of dread in the pit of his stomach. Like he just knows something bad's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But he follows.
Yeah, and for Anghel in particular, it is. I imagine particularly distressing that he finds the cry to be familiar, though he can't quite place it. Anyway, as the two of you venture into the forest, I think it makes sense for also for simplicity's sake in a way, for your paths to cross as your individual ravens lead you towards one another. And from your point of view, it has always just been one raven. But after the two of you meet, well, feel free to have that meeting happen, but as the two of you meet, the raven will circle you and then urge you to continue following it towards what Anghel perceives to be a familiar cry, and then what Miroslav perceives to be his friend's calls for help. But first and foremost, your two paths cross.
Wait, so the raven becomes one? Like the two ravens become one, basically?
From your point of view, from your respective points of view, it has always been one raven.
Yeah. But then suddenly Miroslav is there.
Well,
Or something.
you're running or walking through a forest and you come across each other. It's not, oh, he appears out of literal thin air. It's you stumble across them in the forest.
Miroslav would look very alarmed as he sees you. Like, oh no. You
Anghel
shouldn't
will...
be here.
Oh. Yeah, okay. Anghel would also be very confused and worried. I keep forgetting. Does Miroslav know? He doesn't know Stan language. Like maybe he knows
Basics.
very basics or something. Yeah. So maybe he just kind of opens his hand, arms, whatever, just to kind of signal, "Why are you here?" or something like that.
Anghel, you motion with your hands, but as because obviously sign language involves also mouth movements. I don't know if like our version of sign language involves mouth movements or not, but your anyway. You also open your mouth to like say like mouth along with your sign language, and out of your mouth actually comes a voice that you recognize as your own voice when you were very, very, very young.
Oh no, that's horrible. Really?
Wow.
Like a child's voice coming out of his mouth.
Yes.
Oh, that's disturbing as hell. Okay.
Okay.
I guess he clamps a hand over his mouth as soon as that happens.
As Miroslav hears his voice,
And by the way, I guess he said why.
yeah,
Just to clarify.
he would look even more confused, but also a little bit relieved because he realizes, okay, this is a dream.
Interesting.
I
Because
had the weirdest dream, Anghel. You would never believe it.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I knew it there. I knew it there.
so yeah, he would like relax a little bit and be like, I need to find my friend. I need
When Miroslav
I
says
need to
that,
stop him.
when Miroslav says that, Anghel, you also begin hearing, obviously, an unfamiliar voice being beaten by a much more burly, aggressive voice. But you hear that only after Miroslav says that. It's coming.
You mean like
It's coming from the same direction that you hear the cries.
someone is beating someone else and they can hear the beating and the voices of like
Yeah.
Okay. I think Anghel is very disturbed, so he won't open his mouth again. But he will. Maybe he will just point at, I guess, the direction that it comes from. I don't know.
Can you hear them?
When Anghel points,
He nods.
yeah, when
Yeah,
Anghel
okay.
points, Miroslav, you also begin to hear an infant's cry. well, maybe not infant, but very, very young child, nevertheless.
He would be very confused and try to piece together why there would be an infant, and probably come to a very wrong conclusion.
Okay. Okay.
Well, he doesn't know that the infant is from Angel's
Fair.
past.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So, yeah.
At your hesitation, the raven lands on a nearby rock that's visible. I think at this point, Miroslav, you also notice its glowing white eyes because it's quite apparent. And it urges you with its head to follow you. And speaking in a voice I imagine you guessed whom it belongs to, says, oh, "Come on, we have to rescue them, right?" It belongs to Muninn. If it wasn't
What
clear.
is going on?
Oh,
Yeah, I thought it was a Kisses at first, but it didn't sound like him. So I was like, okay.
oh my god.
Um,
Oh, I get it.
you get it? What?
I'm not gonna say anything because I could be wrong, but also I think I get it.
Isn't Muninn the name of a raven or something?
It is.
Interesting. Okay.
That is. This isn't the spoil. This isn't the thing that I went to. Just a fun fact. Muninn the Raven is what Muninn the character is based on.
Yeah, it's from Nordic mythology, I want to say.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Right. Anyway. I'm just delaying the inevitable. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. Okay.
Yeah, Miroslav would
Are we exchanging looks? I think we're exchanging looks.
Yeah,
At least I'm just trying to.
he's partially like okay. Anghel is here for a reason. This raven is talking in Muninn's voice, but also is like I need to save my friend.
Does Anghel have his knife in this dream?
Yes.
Yes.
So yeah, he would like continue moving towards the two people and, well, the crying baby, I guess, or crying child.
Anghel holds his knife in his hand. Maybe it's for comfort. Maybe it's for I don't know what. And I guess he follows after Miroslav, but he's very not happy about this.
The raven, noticing your slower pace, instead of taking flight, like hops from one rock to another to like keep a slower pace, but still guiding you, the both of you. You can tell that both of you are getting closer, and now you appear to be approaching a stream that crosses through the forest. And as you approach the stream, you spot an unfortunately familiar sight of a large blob of water forming to bar your path.
Oh god.
And as the water witch forms, it says, "Lord Urimedan will not allow you to pass, mortals." The raven takes flight and, leaving a trail of fire behind him, just blazes through the water witch, pretty much almost obliterating her, returning her to water.
Oh, she's dead?
Interesting.
Okay.
Is she? Or is she going to form again?
The river itself, well, it's a small rivulet anyway, it almost looks extremely like artificial, like something you'd see out of a video game, as Like the water flows, and then there's a burnt spot that it does not flow through, but continues flowing past the burnt spot.
Oh, I see. Interesting.
Um,
So that's where we
Miros-
can pass, basically.
yeah.
Hmm?
Miroslav would
Is it
run
like
over
land,
that.
or is it just?
It is land. A riverbed is land, I guess.
No, I mean, yeah. There's like
It's dry.
it's just a path.
Dry,
Yeah.
burnt but dry. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, Miroslav would run to the other side, not wanting to see if that is only temporary because he can't swim.
Sure. Anghel follows very slowly behind. I mean, not very slowly, like not crazy, but he keeps a steady pace behind Miroslav.
The raven waits for Angel to cross. It like sort of taps its foot impatiently and says with Muninn's voice, "I can't hold her for long, Angel."
Her?
The water witch.
What the? Oh, okay. Okay. I'm just like not slow, but he's just not rushing.
Oh, all right. I misinterpreted it. Then in that case,
Sorry.
in that case, the raven will not say that. My bad. Okay. As you cross, it once again begins. I think it actually will take flight but will continue guiding you and remain in your line of sight.
Okay.
It is guiding you towards the sounds that you both are hearing.
Okay.
And as you continue onwards, you hear all around you the howls of wolves, and they begin jumping out of nowhere from behind trees to bar your path. But once again, the raven zooms forth, leaving a trail of fire behind it and banishing the wolves away, and indicates that you ought to continue along.
Who is this raven?
Miroslav would indeed do so.
Yeah, Anghel will too.
This above board will repeat. This like cycle of events will repeat, though with different foes, for a couple more times. At one point you see an ogre. At one point you see, well, actually Miroslav has not met one, but what Anghel would recognize to be a mother of the forest. And throughout all these occasions, it's the raven that clears the path. It will repeat like 3 or 4 times, let's say. Is there anything that you guys do differently throughout these events as they play out?
Guess not.
I think Miroslav is very just straightforward. Wants to get to the voices.
Eventually, you reach the sort of top of this hill that the forest is in, and you see there. First and foremost, a figure that Anghel you've actually seen. Yeah, you have seen twice, because it yelled at you in a dream. The figure of Eurymedon, and behind him, you spot what appears to be it is a child's cradle. And Eurymedon is like reaching a hand sort of ominously over the child from whom the cry is coming. Meanwhile, but like fairly close to him, Miroslav, you spot your friend getting yelled at by someone that you know, and that person that you know says, "Now that his whore of a mother is dead, who'll sing at our table? How could you let him go?" And your friend, crying in pain from being hurt, says, "He'll sing the song of freedom, and that's all that matters."
Miroslav would be trembling if Anghel looks at him and trying and like reaching towards where his knife is. And like tears are welling up in his eyes.
And Anghel, to slightly motivate you further, motivate Anghel, not Show&Tell, to be clear. You hear a voice coming from behind you, the voice of Willa that says, "You're gonna watch him, right? I'm sorry, I have to go. I'm sorry that you have to do this for me today, but you're gonna watch him, right?" And you realize that him, or feel free to correct me if the pronoun is wrong, is referring to the crying infant.
No, I think the pronoun's right. Let's decide it is.
Sure.
Damn. So, I mean, I think Ango is kind of in sort of a trance for a moment, maybe. But then I guess he might rush forward. Holding the knife. I don't know if it's exactly like poised to strike or anything, but he's holding it.
Remind me, Miroslav, are you also rushing forward? Oh, I think Izvir is away at the moment.
Yeah, possibly.
Okay, I'm back.
No worries, no worries. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was asking, Anghel just rushed forward. Are you also rushing forward, Miroslav?
Yeah. He is very much holding his knife ready to stab the angry person.
And as the angry person reaches out to hurt Miroslav's friend once again, and as Eurymedon reaches a hand to do something malicious to the infant, the dark, white-eyed raven once again swoops in front of you, and in a blaze of fire, just rushes in between Eurymedon and the infant and your friend and the person who was beating him, respectively. And in their days,
both at the same time?
Very quickly, from Angel's point of view, he does it to the baby first. From Miroslav's point of view, he does it, they do it to the angry person first. Make sense?
Of course.
And as the raven flies on and again leaves this trail of fire behind them, and the angry person and Eurymedon respectively stumble back in surprise, they are unprepared for you to attack them, stab them, for instance, in Miroslav's case, as they stumble in your direction. Do you proceed to, in Miroslav's case, stab them? In Angel's case, I'm not particularly certain.
Yes.
Angel might just... I mean, the knife is not... it's a carving knife. I don't know if it's very blunt... very sharp.
True, but... it's the thing you have in your hand.
Yeah. Angel... more than just, going in for stabbing, he might just try to kind of bodily throw Eurymedon aside, I guess, if he comes at him.
Yeah. Well, he's not coming at you with the intent of attacking you. It's just that the raven made him stumble towards you.
So Anghel, helps him stumble further, I guess.
Sure. Yeah. And Eurymedon is stumbled further while the aggressive person is properly stabbed. How... Not necessarily to go into gratuitous detail, but what does the stabbing entail? A quick stab and then, I have to go for my friend, or multiple stabs to make sure, I have to kill this person, I have to get rid of them?
Definitely wants to kill him.
Sure. Makes sense. And yeah, he screams in surprise at seeing you and calls you all sorts of epithets about particularly your origin, but he cannot defend himself against your stabbing. Meanwhile, as you bodily throw your medicine, he like grabs onto you, Anghel, and says, "I will have my vengeance." Do you proceed to like stamp him away, or however you want to deal with him?
I'm kind of imagining it like he's just grabbing his arm or something.
I was more so thinking your leg, but sure.
Oh, because I mean, Anghel kind of threw him with his arm.
Oh,
so I
right.
just assumed he
Then
would
your arm.
fall.
My bad. Your arm.
And Anghel tries to like fling him away, like tear his hands away. I don't know. It's very physical, this whole thing.
You don't feel like it's easy, but you do succeed.
Okay.
You throw.
Suspicious.
Well, as in, normally you'd think, oh, it should be difficult to like wrestle a god or whatever. But basically you do succeed, but you don't feel like, oh wait, this should be harder or whatever, unless you like really want to suspect this.
Really?
Unless you like really want to suspect it, up to you. But as you throw him, he stumbles and crashes as he rolls downhill and dissolves into water, leaving you, allowing you to proceed towards the cradle. And I'm really sorry, but I have to take a quick drink of water. I'll just take me a second. I'm really sorry, but it's I have to.
Right. Huh.
Miroslav, after you are done, do you also rush towards your friend?
Yes. Yeah. Miroslav would rush towards his friend, and much to Anghel's surprise, probably exclaim, "Miroslav, are you alright?" And like he completely forgot that Anghel is there. He would just be like,
I don't think Anghel's paying attention, but very cool. Interesting.
just in case. But yeah, he would be very concerned about his friend and try to like take care of his wounds, make sure he's safe.
Sure.
Anghel, I just want to say that he's not rushing to the cradle though. Like he's kind of moving toward it, but he's like in a trance, and he seems almost terrified to see what's there, so he doesn't quite go all the way, I guess.
From both of your perspectives, as you approach these two individuals, the baby will continue crying, though with each step you take, Anghel, it seems like the cry dies down a little bit, like it feels reassured by your approach. I will say, Anghel, you don't see the baby yet because the cradle's on top of a hill from your point of view, if that makes sense. So you have to get there. As for Miroslav, as you approach your friend, he says, "Is that you?" And as he's about to say a name, from both of your perspectives, the black raven with the white eyes lands sort of in between you, like in between Anghel and the cradle, and in between Miroslav and his friend, and with Muninn's voice, robotically says, "I apologize, Anghel / Miroslav, but by the order of Lord Akesius, I have to do this." And from Miroslav's perspective, the raven begins brutally attacking his friend, like going for the eyes in a very animalistic fashion. From Anghel's perspective, obviously we'll censor it a little bit.
It's a baby!
Yeah, we'll censor it, but you can imagine that, it's unpleasant. What do Anghel and Miroslav do?
Anghel just falls to the ground, I think. Or whatever, wherever he is. I don't think he can do anything.
You feel, Anghel, a wind pushing you from behind as if, go on, act, do something.
What? Okay. So he kind of struggles to his feet again, and I guess he kind of moves to try to stop the raven, I guess. It's horrible, though. This is horrible.
What does Miroslav do? Oh, feel free to, Izvir, if you can hear us. No pressure, reply when you can.
I forgot to unmute.
Oh,
I was confused, so I had to say it twice. But yeah, Miroslav would rush towards the raven and like try to grab it by the throat and like just get it away from his friend.
the raven struggles in your grasp. It's not attacking you necessarily, but it seems hell-bent on attacking your friend. And as you try to throw it away or to keep it away, if you try to throw it, it will fly back towards your friend. If you try to just keep it away, it almost with supernatural strength pushes itself to fight your friend. Show&Tell, does Anghel try to also stop his respective raven?
I guess, yeah.
Again, same things is in that if you try to throw it away, it will fly towards the infant. If you try to just keep it down, it will push itself towards the infant. And Miroslav and Anghel, both of you have this disturbing thought at the same time that you might have to kill this raven.
Oh my god, is this the message? Are you kidding me?
Miroslav.
Gods love to be cryptic.
Oh my
Miroslav
god.
would kill the raven.
Yeah, Anghel would too. Anghel would too. But I don't think he got the message. Oh my
I don't
God.
know either if Miroslav got the message, but
He's just really pissed, and he hates Cassius, and I don't know what the hell.
Oh.
yeah, no, Miroslav is just he would fight God for that
you
friend.
need to get your money back.
This is either DM intended to be frustrating. I don't know if Ingenuity intends it to be frustrating, but as
He
you
was like, "Of course, it's so clear. What's your problem?"
well,
I guess I did.
but I've not finished what I was going to say as to what specifically is frustrating. In that, after both of you finish dealing with the raven, you both find yourselves engulfed by fog as the cry of the infant and the voice of Miroslav's friend fade away. And before you appears the actual Ingenuity. I know both of you have not met him before, so an unfamiliar but divine-looking youth appears in front of you. His sandals have wings, which is odd, and he sort of kneels down almost patronizingly and says, Muninn asked me to tell you not to tell them that this message has been delivered.
What?
Oh god.
Oh my god.
My
Gods love to be
goodness.
cryptic.
Yeah.
Do they have to get punched too? Okay, fine. I guess I won't punch him.
Feel free to try if you want to.
What? No, I think I was just slack-jawed.
Yeah, Miroslav would just still be very much in his panic about his friend and be like, where is he? Where's Miroslav?
And again, around you, the only thing that the two
All
of you
fog.
see is fog. The other
Yeah.
person, aka Miroslav or Izvir, and Ingenuity. And he says, "I'm sure you have many questions, particularly you." He looks at Anghel. "Well, I am the deity of the free exchange of knowledge. So if you ever wonder, feel free to ask. But I again was asked to deliver a message. If the time comes, you know what to do with Muninn."
Okay,
God.
that maybe. I'm trying to think about it from Angel's point of view. Like
Yeah, that'll fuck
Can
with your
I-
head.
Can I roll a clever whether Miroslav would actually like be able to put one and one together?
Yeah, give me a clever, but it'll be it'll be an easier roll because you have like Miroslav came to the realization before that oh yeah, this is a dream, so it'll be an easier roll for you. Okay, not that easy though.
Oh my life.
I mean, this is just weird. Like I don't think Angel would ever. I mean, it's not just. I mean, it's a whole like dredging up the past and making him wonder about like what the hell is going on. And so I think he thinks like there's something a lot more nefarious about Muninn's doing. Like he thinks probably Muninn knows about something. I think.
Maybe.
Interesting.
Anyway, he's like complete. He's like, what the hell?
Miroslav still looks like he would be ready to fight Ingenuity if Ingenuity tried to hurt his friend. Just because, like, well, the other two characters that appeared in the stream tried to. He's very much like, I will fight you. But also,
Go ahead.
he is now even more hell-bent on Muninn not finding out his past. Because he's like, oh, okay, Muninn, like, I have to keep my friend a secret from Muninn, otherwise Muninn might actually attack them IRL.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, for Angel, it doesn't really apply, but it's just very confusing and very, I don't know, like bringing up traumas from the past he wasn't ready to face. Okay.
Ingenuity says to both of you, take a moment to breathe. Take it easy.
Oh my god, punch him in the face, punch him.
Do you want to?
I am very tempted.
Oh god, how terrible will it be though?
I will say, obviously, neither of you have met Ingenuity before, but you might recognize his voice from the dinner, like last night's dinner.
Oh yeah, true.
Well, we
Miroslav
heard him? I don't remember.
Yeah, or when
Yeah.
you
Oh, because of the letter
the letter,
thing.
yes, yeah.
Right.
Miroslav would ask him to let him look after his friend, like let him go back where his friend is to like see if he's okay. Even though he knows that it's a dream, he's just very worried.
He has this. He smiles a smile that's like full of pity when he looks at you and says, "My dear, Miroslav. Let's go with that. My dear Miroslav, your friend, for the moment, is safe. You do not need to worry about that. More importantly, your more recent friend," he looks at Miroslav and he looks at Anghel. I mean, by that I mean Muninn. He is not he. They are not themselves anymore. They belong entirely to my brother Acesius, and they will do things and obey orders that will leave both of you petrified.
Oh, he's
in their-
very, generous with. Sorry.
I was gonna say.
generous with like the explanations all of a sudden.
He sort of realized that maybe the he made a contract with Muninn. Okay, deliver this message, and he's realizing, wait, maybe I'm not delivering the message. Basically,
Yeah.
Way to be good at your job, dude.
so he'll continue. Engineer will continue. In a recent moment of lucidity, Muninn asked me to tell you that, if necessary, they want you to kill him, to kill them, if necessary. And he like points a finger to his lips and says, "Don't tell them I said that." And winks.
Anghel can sign to him.
You can sign, and if you try to mouth something again,
Yeah, no, he's not going to do that.
sure.
So he signs. What about the baby? Like, or something like that. I don't know.
Dear Anghel, if you want answers to that, I'm more than willing to provide them, but I will require, well, it is ancient magic. I will require a price to be paid.
What price?
No, I'm most partial to honey myself. As you saw just last night.
Right. We did see it. I forgot. Anghel forgot. Okay.
No. I don't blame either Show&Tell or Anghel for forgetting. Show&Tell because it's been a while. Anghel because what just happened is fucking insane. So yeah.
So I mean, god damn it. Muninn was planning to give the honey, like to give honey away from Zamfir, right? I think.
They were planning
Was
to
it?
steal from Zamfir, I believe. Though
Yeah.
I don't think they
Yeah.
mentioned that to the two of you.
No, I'm just thinking that if Anghel thinks we have honey here, maybe I can use it or something.
Oh, your Zamfir has said out loud, "Oh yeah, I have honey." I don't remember when, but you are both aware that there is honey in this place's stores.
Oh god, but how much honey? We're going to, rob him dry. Rob him, I don't know what. Rob him blind.
At the mention when Ingenui said like that his friend was safe at the moment, Miroslav would like visibly relax. And at the if need be kill Muninn part, he would just nod and kind of have a sad expression or a pitying expression, not towards Ingenui, but towards like the way Muninn's life is going. Or the direction.
Can Anghel ask a question?
Of course.
And then I don't know if like the answer will already have to be paid for.
We'll see.
But like he asked, why did you use the baby? I guess.
Oh, I wanted, before both of you, to use what mattered most to indicate the fact that, if need be, Muninn will trample on what both of you hold most dear.
But the baby, I can't get over it.
Well,
It's already.
I suppose yes. I could have used your other sibling Willa, but that seems kind of unoriginal at this point. I think Euromedin has taunted you enough with her.
Excuse you. Okay, I guess Anghel. I don't know. Will he ask for answers?
Ingenui is not in a rush to leave, so you have your window, if that makes sense.
What can you tell me about what happened?
Everything.
Everything. He looks at Miroslav. All of a sudden, like, I guess he's wondering if Miroslav's gonna hear everything too.
Provided the price is paid. If you do not have the price on hand, I will take a portion of your soul as collateral until it is paid. It is not as yes, it actually is as bad as it sounds, but it's the portion is retrievable easily enough by, well, paying what you owe. As I believe my brother has constantly informed your companion Muninn, well, let's see.
Oh, thank you for that. Okay. I think Anghel will say no.
Okay, so you're thanking me for like a reason for you to say no. Okay.
Yes. For my, like, I was like, okay, will Anghel do this? Will Anghel do this? And then you talked about Muninn, whatever, and his thing with the Kessis, and Angel's like, okay, no, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, when you all of a sudden say no, and you say, I'm not asking you to swear yourself to me. I'm simply saying that for you, this would be an even trade. Information
Dealing with the gods is always a mess.
True enough, but messes don't have to end badly.
Thank you. No.
Your choice. If you change your mind, I'm always here to listen.
Fair enough.
So, he almost seems a little anxious, slightly, when he asks, is the message clear?
If need be, kill Muninn. And don't tell them that you told us.
Yeah, Anghel turns to. I think Anghel needed to hear it. Stand for Miroslav.
Ingenui smiles and nods very proudly, like, yes, I did it.
No. B minus.
That's still a passing grade.
I really like Ingenuity, you know.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, this dude.
I guess he's less tyrannical than his brother, I don't know.
Yeah.
One final thing before I leave. This is not related to what Muninn asked me, but just wanted to mention that my servant does not have to be your adversary.
The who?
You'll know.
Does adversary mean?
Enemy.
Like an enemy.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And says you'll know it when you see it. And unless there's nothing else.
Yeah, Miroslav just nods.
Anghel just stares.
Both of you are suddenly jolted awake in your respective beds.
Oh.
I can't believe all of this was just for the message. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Gods love to be cryptic.
Not just cryptic, but also rip your heart out and then stomp on it and then ask you what's wrong.
He really wanted to emphasize that Muninn might do something very, very fucked up.
My goodness.
Yeah.
And now Anghel is spiraling because he's like, what?
In Miroslav's case, Ingenuity did a very good job of getting that point across.
Yeah, I think with Anghel it was an interesting choice.
Again, he could have gone for Willa, but that felt unoriginal.
Yeah, I see. That's a concern.
Question for both of you. Well, not both of you, for all three of you. This to me feels like a natural stopping point for the session. Is it a good point to cap off today's session?
I
Yeah,
think so,
sure.
yes.
All right.
Sounds good to me.
Dely, do you also agree?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Thoughts on today's session, everyone?
I feel like I missed a part. Oh, sorry. I feel like I missed the parts that I mean, when I came in, it seemed very
Basically,
laden.
basically, what you missed, Show&Tell, because I remember you went BRB, and because you went BRB, I stretched that out so that we could jump to the vision afterwards. But basically, Acacius called Muninn over and said, "Here, take this horn, these like goat horns from my sister, plant them."
Yeah, that I did hear. Okay,
Right.
like go on.
Yeah, and then because Muninn seemed kind of down, understandably, Acacius told him, "Look, like we're patrons of the arts. You should smile more and be happy more and compose me a poem." And when Muninn was kind of reluctant to smile, Acacius beat them up.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I walked in on that, like in the middle, and I was like,
Well,
damn.
Acacius beat them up for a very long while, so you came in at the tail end of the beating.
Yeah.
All right, wow.
That was difficult. That was difficult as well because it depended on like a flashy roll, and flashy's obviously my lowest.
Yeah, I saw the flash.
Yeah, I will say at the very least, the rolls do tend to kind of lean towards what is like, what's the word? Lore driven or like story driven. Does that make sense?
It makes sense. I
Like-
know, I feel that too.
I think,
Yeah,
I think it's more so that we're good at playing off of them, not that they're like magically drawn towards.
Obviously not magically, but I don't know. It's just like, when you feel like, okay, Muninn is really not gonna have a easy time smiling, and then the roll is garbage. Makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I feel like 7 times out of 10, they do lean towards. And then like you said, I think we do do a good job of like playing off of it as well.
Yeah.
I almost forgot like what happened in the first part of the session, given this whole dream vision thing that happened.
Yeah, it was so intense, and I was like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Like, I was just trying to think, what is Anghel going through right now? This is insane.
Yeah.
I like.
I'm-
Yeah,
Go on.
I like the vision a lot. As in, like, it was not what happened to the infant and the friend and everything, but obviously, like, the creative sort of the way that engineering is trying to be
The way
creative.
that
with-
the way that it hit me when it was like, oh my god, that's the message. Like, all the time I was like thinking, what is Acacius doing? What does Muninn want? What is happening?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I at first I thought because at first I thought the Raven might have had something to do with Nyctelios. And then the Raven had Muninn's voice, and I was like, oh wait.
I thought the white eyes would have given it away, but sure.
Oh yeah, and that whichever
Yeah.
one came first, yeah.
I mean, at that point, I wasn't clear if it was Acacius somehow possessing the Raven, so its eyes
Yeah.
closed. I don't know.
Kind of, in a way.
I was losing it. Yeah. But damn, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
Making it crazy.
Yeah. Also, it was very fun to only give away the smallest bit of insight in the
It was so
backstory.
interesting to hear Miroslav call someone else Miroslav. Sorry that Anghel wasn't, wasn't
Yeah,
the capacity to get that.
I noticed that as well, and I thought I don't know if I was being crazy or if there was a mistake or something.
No, I think it was very deliberate. And also Ingenuity
Yeah.
said at some point, okay, we'll use Miroslav, we'll go with that. Like
Yeah.
like there's another name there, obviously.
Interesting. Very interesting. Thank you for confirming that was intentional, because I would have just been like, and then like.
Yeah, no, that was very, very intentional.
Okay, awesome. Very interesting.
I am obviously the answers to the question I'm about to ask. We're not setting anything in stone, and feel free to do different things, like when we continue playing and such. But like hypothetically, let's say the group reunites now. I'm curious, how would Anghel and Miroslav act towards Muninn? Like, obviously just spitballing, of course.
Anya would definitely be on his guard.
Yeah. Miroslav as well.
The thing was that I was like feeling kind of like bad. Like I was like thinking, oh wow, how Anga would react to like hearing that Muninn wants him to kill them and stuff like that. But the way it was delivered just made it so different than what I imagined. That I'm like, okay, Anga's gonna like keep his distance and be super, I don't know, super on guard with this.
I mean, with Miroslav, I already like said it earlier a bit, that he will try like his best to not let Muninn find out anything about his past.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. You said that. Fair, definitely.
That's fair.
Understandable.
Unfortunate. But fair.
Understandable. Now, other than this elephant in the room we've been addressing, I'm trying to think back towards the first part of the session. Obviously, there was this final conversation with Akesius that Show&Tell missed, and there was a conversation with Anya Veris. Any particular highlights there that Deli or anyone else want to discuss?
Not that I know of. It's interesting to consider that. I don't know if I misinterpreted this, but I don't think I did. Or at least there's more to discover, which is the point. That you can seemingly mix like types of magic together. If you know what I'm saying.
Well, the implication was that it's very unorthodox and dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That whole thing, though.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah.
reveal.
Yeah. That whole thing was interesting, yeah. Because it's like, I guess in hindsight, it makes sense. But then it's like, I guess hearing it in a different context and a different time, like in real life, a different time, is interesting to hear. Like, oh, like two gods could potentially mix their magic, like I guess consensually, because or not, perhaps, I don't know.
Well,
Like,
to be fair, Anya Veris did warn you, like, if you do that, it will end badly for everyone, and she said, including for the gods involved.
Ah, interesting. So yeah, obviously it's not so, it doesn't sound so and that's probably why it's a taboo. I don't know what the word
One
is.
of the reasons,
but,
at least.
Yeah. It makes you think. It makes you wonder. At least it makes me wonder. Like, I wonder if it happens more often than you think, because some gods, I feel like their powers do naturally align. But then if it doesn't, but then judging by what Anya Vera said, it probably never happens, or very often anyway. Which is interesting. Other than that, it was cool to talk about
Being sad
like,
together, I don't know.
Yeah. Like,
Wanting to die and being unable to.
yeah. It's like, I think they call it trauma bonding.
Yeah, you know.
I like Anya Veris's character. And I think Muninn could have room to like her, even in out, like, despite the circumstances. Does that make sense? Or maybe because of the circumstances. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but yeah, like the trauma bond is real, is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. The other thing that I guess happened, and I'm happy that it did, that we emphasized Calica and the Sphinx's happy ending.
Yeah, I'm very happy
yeah.
about that too.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
And we got the name,
Hmm?
which was,
Yeah.
really weighing heavily.
Again,
I don't know. The joke was maybe a joke. That riddle was maybe something Churchill said. I don't know. I didn't get it. I don't know.
I'll tell you the political thing after we're done recording, because
Sure.
it's very recent political, like past few months political.
Oh, okay.
For context, dear viewers, because we were planning this thing for Muninn in, again, way before even Ashen left. Show&Tell picked the name Enigma years ago, well, more than a year ago. So, yeah, not related to anything current. But Show&Tell, I do believe you are very witty with the "it's a mystery" thing regarding the name.
Yeah.
I was trying hard, but I didn't know what else to do with that.
It is a riddle unsolved.
But that said, it almost did make me like a little sad. I don't remember who said it, to hear that, oh yeah, Calica might get bored at one point and just leave.
Oh yeah, I said.
Oh.
Oh.
I feel like Calica needs a lot of I don't know. That's the impression I
Stimulation.
got. She needs a lot of adventure or something. I don't know, things to be interested in. And I feel like at some point it's going to be very boring being with the Sphinx who just asks riddles all the time. But
I mean, she would probably like try to get the Sphinx to go to like places with other people with her so they can riddle people together. And
I mean, the
stuff like
Sphinx
that.
likes doing that. But if that's
Yeah.
enough for Calica, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's enough for her.
As like a bit of a sign of, I guess, character growth, the Sphinx usually only did that to like potential heroes. So maybe Calica will help her expand her horizons, I guess.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I can see that.
Calica would just be like,
be happy
well,
forever.
well, everyone has the potential to become a hero, so let's just riddle them.
How beautiful. And she'll have to come up with new riddles, a lot more often.
Yeah,
I love it.
but a lot more people to riddle.
Yeah, maybe we'll see them again. Probably because I like their characters. We'll see.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll find a way to sneak in the Kobolos that Ashen was supposed to play at some point. Maybe they'll like wipe poop on someone else. I don't know.
Oh, that's exciting. That's something to look forward to.
Right. Anything else about what happened today? Just in general, not just the beginning part, that any of you would like to bring up?
I also like that Muninn and now I lost her name. Anya.
Anya Veris,
Talked about the previous Oracle a bit and
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
how
that was
they are
interesting.
still better off than the Oracle was at the time when they died.
Yeah.
Like that.
Was she saying that it was better? That it was better that they were still defying, or that it was better for her that she wasn't, that she was resigned? I don't know.
I think Anya said basically. Well, I don't think she said necessarily that it's better or worse, but basically, yeah, the Oracle at the time was resigned. You still have like hope, like a struggle within you,
Oh, okay.
You still have a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of saw it as like the other way around. It's like, okay, at least she died without even really knowing what was going on with her, kind of thing.
Yeah. I got that from what Anya Veris was saying as well. Whereas like
Maybe that was my tone back then. I don't quite remember.
yeah.
Both
I also
implications are
got-
true, but yeah.
Yeah.
I also got from the source material that like it seemed like yeah, it's a good thing that she was so like out of it, because she may as well have not even felt what had happened, or she was actually incapable of feeling what had happened
She
because she was being
was
controlled.
physically feeling the like what was happening to her, like her body being on fire and all the other nasty stuff. It's
Ugh.
just that basically she was the Oracle for over 1,000 years, so it basically happened so many times that I don't want to say she was used to it, but it was
He was numb to it.
yeah, that's a good way of
Yeah,
putting
yeah.
it. Yeah.
It's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
There
Oh
is-
god.
There is a moment in the source material, the novel that we were referencing, where
Yeah.
she breaks down crying. So she did physically feel like pain and such.
Yeah. That
Beautiful.
makes sense.
Quite. Are you happy with what you
Or-
signed up for, Deli?
No, but obviously Deli, I knew what was. Well, I had a taste of what I was getting into. I had a feeling this is the sort of thing I was getting into. Obviously, Muninn's not very happy about it. I think it's really interesting and fun, in like in a macabre kind of way.
Yeah.
Almost sounding like a god there, kind of playing around with some people or something.
Yeah,
Like your character, like Muninn is your plaything.
yeah.
Kidding.
He's the real monster, you know.
Sure.
Me or Odysseus.
But yeah, I'm. Go on.
I can't remember what I was going to say. What were you going to say?
Okay. I'm very much looking forward to the morning. One, because Muninn will probably realize that the other two got the message. But
Yeah.
also just,
Yeah, we're not supposed
Like-
to tell them anyway. So
yeah. I think Miroslav will still wake up with like a bit of like the anger he felt at seeing like the moon and raven attack his friend. So he'd be very much like, that wasn't Muninn, that was a dream, that wasn't real.
yeah, it'll be hard for Anghel to disconnect too.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. But
Especially, sorry.
yeah, Miroslav at least definitely felt a bit of like accomplishment when he fought against the angry person.
Well, there's that. That's something.
Because yeah, he got very mad about both what he was doing to his friend and also what he said about his mother. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I was gonna say it's probably like I feel like Muninn's not. So Muninn has done some shady stuff in the past, like burning down monasteries and stuff, and killing good.
Killing. Yeah.
Yeah. So even without all of this god business, they are a bit of a freak, to be honest with you. So like,
A freak is an interesting way to put it.
yeah.
Interesting verbiage there, you know.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's fair enough that they'd feel a little bit like cautious, especially now.
yeah,
For sure.
yeah. I'm very much looking forward to how that will play out.
I just realized I do have a question for Deli, and I'm curious. Of course, everyone can also opine, but it mainly concerns Moon, and that's why I say ask Deli. What do you feel about, like, the sort of fate that Akesius has in mind for you, that you will eventually establish a temple and, like, you basically never leave it and be dispensing prophecies for thousands upon thousands of years? And also, congrats, you have just been straddled with a useless item that you are forbidden from losing.
Yeah. I'd love to know the history of that item and what it means. But in the meantime, like you say, yeah, I think it's going to be very hard not to just dispose it, like intentionally misplace it. That's the word, misplace it. Because it's like, I don't want to deal with this shit. I really, I did think it was interesting that that's potentially Muninn's fate. Obviously, they're going to do everything they can to prevent that. But I will say that an eternity in a temple doesn't sound as bad as the fate of the last oracle. But
Well, to dispense, I'll review it because I don't think we'll get to that point. Maybe like 2,000 sessions from now, I don't know, where like you're established at your temple and whatever. To dispense prophecies, you have to allow yourself to be possessed by a Cassius.
Right, and that's not good.
Yeah, it's big owie.
I mean, I think that was what the old oracle had to suffer too. Wasn't that the main thing that she struggled with?
Oh, okay. So yeah. So it's not it's not great. That is an interesting one as well because it makes you think like, well, how long will I, as in Muninn, how long will I even stay in this thing? What's it called? A temple. How long would I even stay in this temple for? Because it's like, oh, I'll stay in this temple forever, but the last oracle didn't do that, you know. So it's like it's not even a guarantee that I would have this cushy like office desk job.
Though the last oracle was at her desk job, as you put it, for over 1,000 years, so it will be a while at least.
Yeah. Until that makes sense. Again, which is makes me happy, or makes Muninn happy that at least they have Anghel and Miroslav to fall back on as a as horrible as that is. If it really does come down to it,
killing that. Okay.
Yeah, the killing. Yeah. So yeah.
Nice. Thank you, Deli.
There's probably some commentary that could be had there of office jobs feel like humanity.
You're the one who compared the status of an oracle to an office job. It's not me putting that allegory in.
I guess. But yeah.
Any other thoughts from anyone else before we go into our usual shoutouts?
No.
None at the moment.
Okay, going once, going twice. All right. Well, dear viewers, thank you for watching and listening to us. Before we go into our shoutouts, I do have to let you know that we will be off next week, but hopefully we'll return the week after. I'll keep you posted. But either way, I will ask these people to, as usual, talk about themselves and what they're doing. We're going, apparently, again, in alphabetical order. I have no idea how it happens so often, because it's not that likely. But anyway, that basically means that Deli ought to go first and talk about themselves, what they're doing. Yeah. What's up, Deli? How are you? How's your day?
Pretty good, thank you. Even better for having played Rimlen. I am Deli. Hello, everyone. I'm Deli. I am known online as a mushroom VTuber on Twitch.tv. You can find my channel on my card. I recently finished my studies, which was the main cause of my a hiatus. But now I'm back to. Thank you very much. But now I'm back to full-time work. I have 2 jobs. So streaming may still not be on the cards just yet, but fingers crossed. But you can find me on there if and when it does start back up. I'm a variety streamer, so I play mini games.
Fingers crossed, indeed. Thank you very, very much, Deli. Then, according to our dice, we would have Izvir. Could you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you're doing?
I'm Izvir, or is virtually a goblin. I'm a goblin doll VTuber over on Twitch. Hopefully I will be streaming again soon. There has been a bit of a gap because of real life stuff happening and me starting to work full time. But yeah, other than that, I also do art commissions over on VChan. So yeah, you can check those out. And yeah, I think when I'm streaming, it's mostly art, or sometimes also games together with friends. So it's a good time.
Nice.
Nice.
Thank you very much, Izvir. And then, of course, we would have Show&Tell. Could you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you're doing, Show&Tell?
Yes, so I'm Show&Tell, and I have reaction channels. Yeah. And I
Nice.
react to anime and stuff like that. Not always anime, but yeah, anyway, you can check it out.
Well said. Very eloquent. Sorry, I'm sorry.
I don't know, I was like stumbling.
No worries, no worries. Her content's great. I recommend. Oh yeah, not just anime, as she said. Thank you very, very much, Show&Tell. As for me, dear viewers, I was your Dungeon Master, Game Master Teeironor. I do this series. Again, hopefully we'll be back to a more stable schedule soon. I also do a different series set in the Warcraft universe, different group of people. We have to, unfortunately, take like 2-week break. Yeah, 2-week break as of the time you're seeing this video with that series because of like various scheduling stuff. But we will be back in November with that one. But yeah, other than that, dear viewers, thank you as usual for watching and listening to us. Again, we'll be off next week, but we hopefully will return the week after, but I'll keep you all posted on Blue Sky if that is or is not the case. And yeah, we'll see you when we'll see you. And goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.